Hi, this is Tammy. This video and this channel's content is meant for those that are 18 and over. Thank you. Hi everybody, this is Tammy and I'm here today to share with you some goodies that I created for a friend, and I won't post the video until I know that she's received it. I am sending her other things, but these are all the handmade goodies that I created for her. So I used the Ever Beautiful Just Like Magic kit from Frank Garcia. And that is the kit that he created. It's under his name. You can only purchase it from his studio, so I will put a link in the description box to Frank's studio. But here are some of my favorite pages. So this is the one with the slipper. So there's a pillow and then there's a slipper on it, and some beautiful flowers and stars twinkling. And then this is the one with the Disney princesses. So pretty, and it's all like shabby colors. And then this is one of the pages in the kit that's 12 by 12, but it's basically most of the ephemera. So he does have an ephemera pack, which I use most of it on the items that I created for her. But there is a page in the collection that has all the ephemera pieces that you could either fussy cut out or put through your die cutting machine. And like I have a scan and cut, I could have scanned it and cut them all out and then ended up with another page of ephemera. And there are other pages. It's also available in a 6x6, but I got the 12 by 12 to use for my project. So I made her a Disney Princess book box, and I followed the tutorial that was done by Craft Purge. I will put a link in the description box to her video also. I think I followed everything. I think I may have made my the bookshelf itself. I may have made that a little bit different based on my measurements of my books and things like that, but I pretty much followed her tutorial. So I'm gonna show you all of the well, let me take the books out and then I'll show you the bookcase. So this paper is double-sided, but the inside, okay, so on the outside I used the Disney Princess paper, and on the other side of that is this pattern here, which is very pretty, but I did not want that to be the inside of my bookcase. So I took the slipper paper, this one here, and I backed them, I butted them back to back so that I could have the Disney princesses on one side and then the slipper paper on the inside. So like I said, I followed all of her measurements. I cut my book down. I used this Deco Color Premium gold pen to do the edges of the bookshelf. And then these pieces here I received a long time ago from Anna, who is Serenity Creations, and I have them in a bowl and they match. It's not, I think they were made with Tilda paper, but they match this so well, and I used it to put it on the sides. And you can see this one has a little cameo and all of the same colors, so I thought it was really beautiful and perfect for this project. And then this one here, love that. So thank you, Anna. And then on the bottom I used flat back pearls for the feet. On the front here I did a little bit of layering. So I put this lace here that's from Hobby Lobby. I put it with the peaks pointing up, and then I put a piece of the cardstock and I popped that up a little bit, and then I put another piece of the lace on top of it and pulled it down a little so you can see 2 layers of the lace. And then I wrapped the whole thing with seam binding all the way around with pink seam binding. And then I just made this beautiful cluster here. This is one of the die cut pieces, and I did back it with 110-pound cardstock because I wanted it to stand up behind everything. So I didn't want it to like bend or anything like that. So I wanted it to be a little bit sturdier, so I backed it with the 110-pound cardstock. And then I did use my Wink of Stella pen to go over this piece to give it some shimmer. This is a Prima resin piece that's a little clock. And then I just have a bunch of wild orchid craft flowers and some millinery flowers here. There's another, I tied a double seam binding bow. There's these beautiful iridescent leaves. I'm pretty sure I got those from downtown LA at some point. I put a blingy butterfly here, and I believe I got that from Daiso, and it was a hair clip. So I just pulled it off of the clip part and put it here. I thought it was so beautiful. And then I did take a little crown, and I think this was a ring, and that would have also come from downtown LA, and I put that in the center. So I just thought that that whole cluster just came out so beautiful, and I love the way that turned out. And I even used some of the die cut pieces. Here's one that's that beautiful rose. I even used that there to help with the layering. And then if you can see it in the inside of the bookcase, I put this beautiful blingy chandelier, and I just thought it was super gorgeous. And yeah, most of the time it'll be hidden, but I know it was there. I know it's there, and I just think even if she were to take out all the books and use this for something else, maybe she could use it to put flowers or whatever, it still would be very, very beautiful just like that. Okay, so now let me share with you all the boxes. So here is the first one. So again, I followed Craft Purge's tutorial. I made the box part here out of 110-pound cardstock, so it could be sturdier. And then the cover I made out of the paper. So, and then all of them, I pretty much layered another image from the paper collection on top. And then also something on the side. So this is from one of the cutout pages. And this just says Up in the Clouds. And I used that because this image is of the balloons. And then this is one of the die cut pieces or the ephemera pieces that says My Happy Place. So I did use some magnets. And they were from, I had them in my stash. They're the basic gray, the thin magnets. So this one, I have some seam binding coming from the back to the front. And then on top of the seam binding is this cute little bow, and that's what has the magnet on it. So the magnet is under here, and I learned a few things about magnets that yeah, because I think I might have done one on a mini album, but I wasn't exactly sure how I was going to close these, so I actually did the magnets after the fact, which was not that easy. So then I have some goodies in each box, and I packaged them a little bit different. These are some super cute little Daiso bags that I cut down a little bit, folded over, and then just used some, just a scrap piece of paper to create a little flag there. And then this little tag came with the bags. So this is just some, bunch of cameos, little cameos in different colors. And then this one, okay, I'm not going to open that one, but I will show you a sample of kind of what's in there. And I don't think I did a video on these, but I did post them on Instagram. So at one point, I can't remember, I know Natalie did some, I know a few people did some of these sequin tool bows. So I made a whole bunch of them. And so I shared some of those with her in this package, but like I said, I don't want to open it. And it's the colors that match the collection the most. But just here's, like I said, a sample of some of the ones that I did. And these, if you guys remember, these are those buttons, those button packs that came from Michael's that had like bows and, you know, other kind of buttons, but they were all in one color. That's what these are. And here's one that's aqua or mint color. And then this one, I used a fabric button and then some, like a little sequin mix. And most of it, I used either a cream or a white tulle. And they're very, very easy to make. So yeah, so I made some of those and I shared them with her in this box. And I just tucked those in there, and then the magnet just snaps back right into place. So I love that because it looks like the bow is on, you know, on the bouquet of the balloons. Okay, so that is the first, sorry, hit the camera. So that's the first box. And then the next one is this one. Again, like I said, I put another panel on each box. And then this one I actually layered 2 pieces of cards, or 2 pieces of the paper and one of the cutout. And again, I edged them in the gold pen and put that on the spine. And this one says Big Dreams. And then it says documenting the memories and all the magic. And then I put some of the butterflies. These are from the ephemera pack. And this one has the magnet, so this just pops open. And then I made some rosettes. So, funny thing. Well, not funny thing. But I always like to... I think I did this last year for her birthday. She had gifted me something. And then when I sent her back a package for her birthday, I used one of the things that she gifted me. So these are some rosettes that were gifted to me by Susan, who this is all for. And I took a couple of them that matched the collection, and I did some layering on them, and then I'm sending them back to her. So this one just has some beautiful lace that I kind of scalloped. I put a cameo in the center, a Michael's word bead that said princess. I tied a little seam binding bow. This is a button that's another really beautiful cameo, so I layered those a little bit. I used some thread and then that cute little flower. And then this one, I just used, on the edges, I used some stickles. And then I layered some of the ephemera pieces and stickled them up also. And then put a Michael's word bead that says dream. And so those 2 stick in there, and it snaps closed with the magnet. And then the next one is the one with the carousel paper. So beautiful. So this one says dreams come true. And again, I layered a piece. And then I also went over the image in different spots and put these really beautiful blingy pieces. And then this is the magnet closure right here. And then I just layered some flowers on top of that. So that just pulls open. The magnets are easy to open, but they're very strong. So they snap back really, really good, but it doesn't take a lot. You don't have to tug on it to open it. So in this one, I have, these are some shaker pieces that come with, that are part of the collection. So I just cut down the packaging so that it would fit in the box, and I added an ephemera piece across the top. So I'm gifting her those. These are some bows that I had. These were some ready-made felt bows that I had in my stash. All I did was take a jump ring and these really beautiful little Mickey keys that also came from Frank's studio. So this is also part of the collection. So look how beautiful they are. They're little gold keys with a Mickey head on the top. And I just hung those from each of the different bows. And I used bows that matched the collection, of course. Backed it on a little piece of scrap piece of paper from the collection, and then just packaged that in there. And then I also had some sparklets that again match the collection and also matches other crafts that she does, so she doesn't only have to use that with this particular collection. This one is called Barefoot Beach, but it has stars and dewdrops and pearls and pink and clear and a translucent pink, and then some star sequins. It's a really beautiful mix. So I just I didn't repackage it. I just put across the top a piece of the collection and folded it over, and then packaged it that way so that it matches. And then that just all sticks back in there and it snaps closed. And then the last book is my favorite one. So on this one, there's this really beautiful cutout that says photos. And I kind of like did I think it actually already had the sides cut like tickets. But again, I bordered it in the gold pen. And then on the front, I did 2 layers. Oh, I actually used another one of these. So this one came from the ephemera pack, and this one came from the die cut page. And then this came from the ephemera pack. I just added some pearls. And then Just Like Magic is, you know, the name of the paper collection. This is one of the ephemera pieces as well. And again, I lined that in the gold pen. So this one, I tried to do something fancy. Oh, there's also a doily under there. So I layered a doily first and then put everything on top of it. So I tried to do something fancy with this one. And yeah. Anyway, it was a challenge. But I really wanted to use this buckle. It's really beautiful. It's a rhinestone buckle. But again, like I said, I decided on my closures after the fact. So just a hint, if you're going to layer stuff on your book boxes, if you're going to ever make this, then kind of figure out your closure, especially if it needs to go under your layers before you do anything. Okay, so I actually got it to work and it came out really pretty. But I ended up using a piece of Velcro. So I saw somebody had posted these and I was like, oh my gosh, I need those. So these are some really tiny Velcro pieces from Hobby Lobby in the sewing section, and you can see how small they are. So normally, like with the Velcro pieces that I get from the Dollar Tree, I usually have to cut them in like half or fourth or something. But those are the perfect size. So I have that Velcro here. And one half is on the bow and the other half is on this cover piece. And then this just pulls out from the, from in between the buckle. And then it opens. So here I put a blingy crown. And then I gifted her some crowns, some more of those blingy crowns, and some seals that came from a totally different collection but match it so well. And then there's some pearls, and then some of the other type of pearls that I used on the carousel. And so then I just layered some of the paper and then some of the ephemera pieces. So this one says popcorn and treats, and then that's like a bucket of popcorn. I thought that was really cute. And then there's a double layer of cupcakes. So those are the things that are in the bookcase. Let me close this back. And then that just fits there like that. So cute. Okay, so that's the bookcase, and I think it came out really beautiful. And then I also wanted to gift her some other goodies. So this is just a plastic bag that I had that fit this cutout that I really wanted to use. So this is from one of the pages in the collection. And so I put it in the bag. I folded up the bag so that it wasn't the actual length of the bag, because the bag was really long. Then I made a topper for it. So I used a Martha Stewart scallop punch so I took a piece of the cardstock, I folded it over, used the Martha Stewart scallop punch to scallop the edges, and then I took some lace, and then these were gifted to me, I think by Laura, on a package. And they match the collection as well. So I just like took a chunk of it and layered it underneath this ephemera piece here. And then I used some Waldorfer Craft flowers and some leaves. These are Prima leaves that I have in my stash. They came from the Prima outlet, which I missed that place, but that's been closed for years. But I love those leaves. And then I just used actually some Prima bling. And then this is that other bling that I used on the carousel, and also I gifted her some of that. So let me open this. So I did close it on the bottom. And so this is a paper clip that has just some dangles on it. And they all match the collection. So this is a pink, really pretty bead segment with a rondelle on it. Here's that Mickey Mouse key again. So cute. This is an enamel heart. And then this is a teardrop crackle bead. Really pretty. And so on the cutout, I just took another scrap piece of paper and put it across. So then I could clip all of these things to this page, to that strip, so that they can be displayed nicely on, you know, in the bag. And then I made a pen. So I still need to do a video on this. I had actually did a video on it, and I did a tutorial with it, but I did on the other side of my craft room, and I didn't have good lighting because it was at night, and so it was really dark. So I actually need to redo it again. But this is a Target heart pen. You can see there's a heart right there. So I just put a jump ring and then I put a bunch of dangles on it. I ended up changing out the pen on the inside, like the ink stick part, because the pen didn't write good. And I didn't want to give her something that didn't write good, so I changed it out. It is still an aqua ink, but it's not the actual barrel that came with the pen. And then I also made this really beautiful dangle. So at the bottom, so it's 2 lengths of chain. And at the bottom of the first one, I took one of these shaker Mickey Mouse heads. So I bought a pack for me as well so that I could use it. And then I have an eyelet. So I'd use my Crocodile to punch a hole. And then I put an eyelet in it. And then there's, you know, sequins. So that just turned it into a charm. So then on this length of chain, you see a pearl, some crystals. There's a little puffy heart. And then another one of those crystal crackle beads. And then on this side, there is another enamel charm. Actually, there's 2. One has a crown on it. It's ivory with a crown. This one is pink with the word love and a bling. And then there's that really beautiful piece. I don't even know where that came from, but that was so pretty. And then there's this really cute little flower, an enamel butterfly, a flower, another pearl, and then another one of the Mickey Mouse keys. So then on this strip here, I just punched a hole so that this could clip into that hole and hang really nicely there. And so then that just all tucks into the bag. And that's it. So those are the goodies that I made for Susan. She has a YouTube channel. She does not do videos, so I'm sure she won't be doing a video on it. But she does post pictures on Instagram. So you will see this. You will see this video after she receives this package. So thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I hope you're having a really great day and staying safe. Bye.